Allie, what's up?
I'm ready for the show to start.
Allie, don't worry, we have a great show. Our top 5 segment has the top 5 candy.
I don't care, Jackson.
We'll have a little patience, Allie. It does help. Our segment, Your Work, features Day Love from Sound Engineering. Now, Allie, our segment, In Your Shoes, is a fun segment with Mason Jobe learning a thing or two about flying.
I don't care, Jackson. Let's go.
You know what? You're right. Looks like we need to be out there.
This is 91st Street Live.
I'm Allie, and welcome to a new season of 91st Street Live. This is a live show put on by the Whole TV production program. Every Wednesday we'll be here at 1 to 1:15, and I'm so excited to get started.
And I'm Jackson. Our first episode is during Counselors Appreciation Week, so a thank you to Miss Bearden and thank you to Miss Thompson from everyone here at 91st Street Live. I know you're excited, Allie, but remember what we learned at the beginning? Patience.
I know patience is important, and I'm working on it, Jackson. But this is the first episode with new ideas and people. I can't wait to get started. First off is Around the Corner.
Welcome to Around the Corner, where we keep you in the know for local events in Tulsa, along with movies and video games. If you're 21 or older, head over to Paradise Cove at River of Spirits on 12 to see successful country music singer Lee Brice. Doors open at 8 p.m. Also happening on the 12th is Regland, the Oklahoma husband and wife duo. They start at 8 o'clock at the Vanguard. The movie Death on the Nile is based on the respected book by Agatha Christie. Hercule Poirot comes back to investigate another murder, this time on the SS Karnak, where his vacation and the couple's honeymoon is cut short. Will he be able to find the murder before they strike again? This comes out February 11th.
No one is ever really your friend.
It's too late to change events. It's time to face the consequence.
Someone is dead. The crime is murder.
Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires in the long-running series known for high action-packed combat and the feeling of being a one-man army. Taking place in early Chinese history, in the Three Kingdoms era, you play as one of the kingdoms from the Yellow Turban Rebellion to follow suit. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires comes out February 15th on PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Stadia. That's all for Around the Corner. Now, Allie, we have a new segment called Your Work. What's that about?
Well, Jackson, Your Work is showing off students' work around campus. To start off, we have sound engineering Dayla Kelly, as she gives us an inside look on her dream, skill set, and her incredible work here at Tulsa Tech so far.
Today, we'll meet Dayla, an incredibly talented sound engineering student.
My name is Dayla Kelly, and I'm in sound engineering. Nice to meet you too. I would like to go to a college in Oklahoma City called ACM and study music production.
She's working to become a music producer, and she also writes her own work, which are pretty phenomenal.
I would like to become a producer. I would like to be able to record and mix other people's songs and help them publish it. I grew up making songs and short films with my family. And so when I found out that they had a class for sound engineering here, I knew that I wanted to take it. And it's so much fun. I knew it was right.
In this project, they got to make all of the sound effects for the footage they were given. So let's go take a look. That was sound engineering student Dayla Kelly, and thank you for watching the first episode of Your Work.
Welcome back. Today we'll play a question game called This or That, where we ask the guests two opinions and what they prefer and why. Is Jake Law from Mr. Weiss's aviation class. I'm so happy you could join us today. So Jake, are you ready to take this on?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Do you like morning or afternoon classes?
I prefer afternoon classes.
All right.
They fit my schedule a little bit neater.
Do you prefer book work or lab work and why?
I prefer lab work. I like to get my hands deep in the mess.
All right. And do you like first semester or second semester so far?
I prefer first semester. All the chaos of not knowing what to do. I really like that environment.
All right. So Jake, why did you take aviation maintenance?
I've always been fond of the aviation industry, and aviation maintenance was a nice, smooth transition into it for me, and I think it's going to work pretty well for me in the future.
All right. And what are your long-term goals?
Long-term goals, I would like to go into the military, maybe work with some aircraft there, and maybe after that end up in some other part of the aviation industry.
All right. And here's a couple more questions. Would you rather work as a team or solo?
You know how the saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work. Gotta go with the team.
All right. And finally, Coke or Pepsi, which one do you like more?
I prefer Coke.
All right. Very solid answers, Jake. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So now that we've learned a little bit about Jake, Jackson, what is this new segment, In Your Shoes?
So Allie, In Your Shoes is where a student shows their program and what they're learning at the moment. In today's episode, Mason flies in the shoes of private pilot student Xavier Harrelson, learning to fly and what it takes to be a pilot. Hopefully no shenanigans, but with Mason, who knows what will happen.
Have you ever wanted to become a pilot or a rock star or a firefighter when you were younger? Well, today we're going to figure out what it takes to become a pilot. My name's Mason, and I'm headed here to the Riverside campus.
I've wanted to be a pilot my whole life. I've already started flying. I started flying when I was 12.
Welcome to this week's episode of In Your Shoes, and today I'm here with Xavier, a student of Mr. Hawkins' private pilot class, and we're going to dive in and see what it takes to be a pilot.
That's right. It takes a lot more than you think. So with an airplane engine, it's not your typical car engine. It's a little bit different. But with this one, it's a normal procedure. It's a 4-stroke engine. For an airplane, for extra safety, we have 2 spark plugs. When the engine is running, you don't need to have a battery to power the engine like you do a car. So if all of your electronics went out, you would still be able to fly the airplane if you had an engine. But in order to start the airplane, you either 1 need to have a starter, or 2 you need a hand prop. A starter will come in and it will lock onto the crankshaft, and it will start the momentum and the combustion, and then it'll start the airplane.
Fast enough to start it, but too slow to get out of the way. It's going to cut off my arm.
It will cut off your arm 100%. So first you turn on your master, which are the 2 red switches. Then you bring up the mixture. And then you would turn on the mags, which is that little twist thing. It starts. And then you bring the throttle up.
All right, lift off. I'm flying off. Well, that's it with this week's episode of In Your Shoes. Time really does fly when you learn new things, huh? All right, back to you guys in the studio. Don't you forget, In Your Shoes airs every Wednesday.
Looks like Mason had a good time. Next up is our two producers, Jay and Chris, as they take on the next top 5. They rank anything and everything with the right opinion. This week is candy. I really hope Snickers is number 4.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris. This is the first episode of Top 5. Today we're talking about the top 5 candy bars. Let's get right into it.
Coming in at number 5 is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. The Reese's is a joy to all who taste it. With its chocolatey outside and its ooey gooey peanut buttery inside, it's so great. But because it's oh so rich, that's why it's only coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Snickers bar. Some would say it's just a chocolate pig. The perfect mix of peanuts and caramel with the chocolate makes it come in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the Three Musketeers. The better Milky Way, it has a heavy chocolate outside for all of you chocolate lovers out there. And with an interesting marshmallowy taste, that's why this comes in at number 3. The number 2 on our list, the Kit Kat bar. With its chocolatey outside that you can break into separate bars and share with a friend, or eat it as a whole. Its wafer-like inside, that's crunch, is what brings it to number 2. Coming in at number 1 is the Left Twix. Not the right, but the left. With its incredible cookie-like flavor, it comes in at number 1. I mean, who doesn't like a cookie and a candy bar put together in one?
Thanks for watching Top 5. Tune in next week, we're going to be talking about the top 5 chips.
What a very appetizing way to end this episode. The Left Twix is clearly the superior one.
Really, Allie? Is there a difference between them? Aren't they just both Twix bars?
You know what, Jackson? You just don't get it. Now, enough about Twix bars. Let's move on and end the show.
Remember what we said at the beginning? Patience. Let's slow down and tell people about what we're going to be doing next week. We are featuring new people, starting with Jacob Jolly from Multimedia, and we go off campus to Owasso to meet 2 photography students for In Your Shoes.
And a rumor's going around. The next top 5 is about chips? But I can't wait for that one. Finally, on every episode, we have a musical guest. This week is Abigail Fincher from Sound Engineering, performing an original song called Queen of Hearts. So if you see her in the hallway, please tell her she did awesome.
See you next week.
Can I be your queen of hearts? The world without you, it feels so dark, and here I am, going mad, just like Alice in the Looking Glass. The universe really must have said off with her head, 'cause I can't seem to find mine no matter where I look. You're the white rabbit I follow now, through the woods into the ground, and I can't find my way back to the park. Can I be your queen of hearts? The world without you, it feels so dark, and here I am, going mad, just like Alice in the Looking Glass. Love is like a game of chess, you never know whose turn it is to make a deadly move. It's fragile like a teacup and hot like tea. If it breaks, you'll be left with second degree burns on your heart. Can I be your queen of hearts? The world without you, it feels so dark, and here I am, going mad, just like Alice in the Looking Glass. Don't disappear like the Cheshire Cat.